Good evening. I'm Brandi Young, the 2020 president of OELMA, and I am thrilled to host this evening's virtual award presentation. OELMA is the premier organization for teacher librarians throughout the state of Ohio. Tonight, at the 2020 OELMA Awards celebration, we honor the work of specific school library and media specialists for their leadership, their programs, and their commitment to the wider community. We honor those who support school libraries staffed by licensed library media specialists and recognize the school library as the epicenter of student learning. We honor those for whom the role of literacy is a community endeavor, and we honor our students who are enthusiastic about reading and are excited to share that enthusiasm with others. Unlike previous years in which we have presented each award and asked the recipient to come to the stage to say a few words, this year we are virtual and have made some modifications to the award celebration. I will introduce each award and scholarship recipient with an opening slide presentation. This will then be followed by each of our award recipients sharing their thanks virtually. Welcome to the 2020 Virtual Award Celebration. At this time, I would like to thank our sponsors, OhioNet for sponsoring the awards celebration and Junior Library Guild for its support of the Floyd Dickman Programming Grant. I would like to acknowledge our 2020 Conference Committee, specifically Director of Conference Janie Cantner and OELMA Vice President Karen Gideon. We would also like to recognize Lori Kingen, Director of Awards, and the Awards Strategic Committee for arranging this evening's celebration. Tonight, we would also like to acknowledge our retired school librarians, Dr. Christina Dorr, Marty Alt, and Patty Kelly, who have, in total, contributed over 75 years towards our profession. Thank you for your years of service and for your dedication to the profession. We would also like to acknowledge the retirement of Teresa Frederica, Executive Director of InfoOhio, who retired this past summer. Tonight, OELMA pays a special tribute to Terry with a recorded video from OhioNet, our sponsor.
Hi, I'm Nancy Kirkpatrick, Executive Director and CEO of OhioNet. I'm really pleased to be sharing in this celebration and recognition of Terry Frederica's amazing legacy of work here in Ohio. At OhioNet, we believe strongly in equity, and there's no better place to start building an equitable society than with our schools. We found an unparalleled partner in that vision with Terry Frederica. In a 2000 School Library Journal article, Terry said, "I don't think I'm going to rest until everyone has a good school library." While ensuring good school libraries across the state is an ongoing challenge, Terry found creative ways to support library services and expand on statewide content since the first days of InfoOhio. InfoOhio membership began in 1998 and has included all K-12 schools within the state of Ohio from the very beginning. Since then, OhioNet has been partnering with InfoOhio to provide membership to all of those schools and offer professional development opportunities, product and e-resource discounts, and collaboration with librarians across library type. OhioNet's mission of supporting library success goes hand in hand with Terry's vision, and we've enjoyed sharing ideas and conversations since InfoOhio joined us as office mates in 2014. During Terry's tenure, OhioNet has been pleased to partner with InfoOhio on several initiatives to support school libraries and expand content. We've lobbied OCLC for cataloging options for K-12 libraries to have access to the best metadata for their shared catalog, resulting in Cat Express in 1999. OhioNet also stepped up to take on small group vendor negotiations on e-resources since 2010, so that InfoOhio could focus on statewide content negotiations. We would like to think that we would have done those things because they were the right thing to do, but we also know that Terry was with us every step of the way, reminding us of the ways that we could use our network for the benefit of school libraries. Terry has been a longtime advocate for OhioNet. Not only did she serve on our board of directors from 2005 to 2019, but she also served as board chair from 2012 to 2014 and co-chaired the Executive Search Committee in 2017 and 18 during the search for OhioNet's new executive director and CEO. And if I may say, Terry, it was truly a pleasure working with you on our board. Your enthusiasm and support for our mission was instrumental in our continued success. OhioNet is honored to be part of this event, more deeply so to have this opportunity to express our appreciation to Terry. We would like to join with our colleagues at OELMA to express our congratulations to Terry on this recognition of a remarkable career and her many years of dedication to the students of Ohio.
I was pleased to be able to present Terry Frederica's proclamation from OELMA this summer.
Commendation for Teresa Frederica, Director of InfoOhio. Whereas Teresa Frederica is a community leader with a clear vision who inspires and leads educators. Whereas Teresa's vision to ensure that every Ohio student has access to vetted, accurate, current information became a grassroots campaign resulting in a statewide project known as InfoOhio. Whereas the InfoOhio project continues to provide accurate, vetted, valid information not only for children, but also for their parents and teachers. Whereas Teresa served as a school building librarian at Findlay, Ohio High School, at Deer Park Elementary in Cincinnati, as the Ohio Department of Education Library Coordinator, and as the District Library Coordinator for Lakewood, Ohio City Schools. Whereas Teresa provided leadership to a group of school librarians from Northeastern Ohio with the common interest of building a cooperative project that would use the internet to reduce costs and increase access to information. Whereas, under Teresa's leadership, the Northeastern Ohio group secured funding from the Martha Holding Jennings Foundation to investigate possible systems. The investigation resulted in the forming of InfoOhio. Whereas, Teresa for 2 decades worked diligently with the dedicated leaders of the Management Council, the Information Technology Centers, the school library community, and the InfoOhio staff to ensure schools in Ohio, no matter what their zip code, have equal access to the best quality educational resources possible. Whereas Teresa's leadership in 1994 secured allocated funds to InfoOhio from the Ohio General Assembly. Whereas Teresa became the first executive director of InfoOhio in 1996, a role that she maintained through June 30th, 2020. Whereas the InfoOhio project mushroomed so that by 2009, over 2,600 Ohio schools serving 1.9 million students accessed InfoOhio via the internet. Whereas Teresa's vision provides all pre-K through 12 students and their teachers with quality, accurate information delivered virtually so that students, even during the pandemic, are able to navigate the media and information 24/7 using critical thinking and evaluation skills. Whereas Teresa serves as a leader, not only in Ohio, but for the nation, which is recognized by many, including the American Library Association with the John Cotton Dana Award for Public Relations, and her alma mater, Bowling Green, for an Outstanding Alumni Award, and of course, NCO ECNs. Whereas InfoOhio, under Teresa's We Never Give Up leadership, continues to grow to address the informational needs of InfoOhio's pre-K through 12 community. Be it resolved, the Ohio Education Library Media Association expresses sincere gratitude for the many contributions Teresa Frederica has made to the Ohio education community. Be it further. Be it resolved that we wish her all the best as she embarks on a most deserved retirement. Proclaimed at the OELMA Board of Directors meeting on this, the 9th of May, 2020, signed by me, Brandi.
Beautiful. I love it.
The Collaborative School Library Award recognizes and encourages collaboration and partnerships between the school library media specialists and the school community through joint planning of a program, project, or event in support of the curriculum, using library resources and incorporating the AASL standards. This year, 3 library media specialists are receiving this award for the collaborative projects they created. Jessica Klinker, Library Media Specialist at Franklin Heights High School for the English 3 Genealogy Project. Lori Kingen, Library Media Specialist at Hudson Middle School for the One World, One School, One Book program. And Dana Wright, Library Media Specialist at Jonathan Alder High School for the Charles Dickens Industrial Revolution through Sketchnoting Project.
Hi, my name is Jessica Klinker, and I am the head librarian at Franklin Heights High School in Southwestern City Schools, which is a suburb of Columbus. And today I am proud to accept the Collaborative School Librarian Award from OELMA, along with my English department here at Franklin Heights. In the 9 years that I've been here, it has been my honor and privilege to work with this team, as well as the other teachers in our building, to develop unique and creative projects that will challenge our students and allow our students to show their talents in unique and diverse ways. For this project in particular, it was our genealogy project, which we've been doing for several years now. With this project, we encourage students to think about what is their personal story and how does the history that their family has lived help make them who they are. And we encourage them to have a lot of freedom in how they define family, but we also encourage them to use a lot of different types of research. We look at artifacts that their family has. We look at typical genealogy research of using records like census records and things like that. We look at family interviews and have them create a lot of unique pieces. It's very important to me that students have a lot of creativity in how they show us what they know. And so we allow students to do a lot of different things like videos and creating music and creating art projects. So I'd like to encourage you as you go back to your libraries and think about collaboration of ways to bring a lot of different voices into one project to really make unique opportunities for your students to shine, something that becomes a point of pride for your building and for your students. And just a note with OELMA has always been such a big part of my career. I'm going into my 16th year as a school librarian and 20th year as an educator. And I can't tell you how much the professional development and networking and collaborative spirit within OELMA has influenced who I have become as an educator. So thank you so much for this award. And I look forward to hearing about all the collaboration you are going to do in your library in the coming years. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I am Lori Kingen. I am the Library Media Specialist at Hudson Middle School in Hudson, Ohio. I am here to receive the award for the Collaborative School Library Award of 2020. Together with the teachers in our building and our PTO and our administrative team and with several community members, we featured a program called One World, One School, One Book. And we used Alan Gratz's Refugee to do a program that revolved around immigration and the celebration of people coming from so many different places throughout the world. And it was just an amazing opportunity to celebrate inclusivity and diversity. And it was also just an amazing opportunity to come together as a whole. Students, teachers, administration, PTO, community members, bookstore owners. It just was an amazing experience and allowed us to really feature Alan Gratz's book, Refugee. So just a really positive experience all the way around. So I would like to thank everyone that was affiliated with this program through Hudson Middle School. It really was just an honor to be a part of such an important program. So I feel humbled and honored to be a part of the staff at Hudson Middle School. I also would like to thank OELMA. OELMA is just such an amazing organization for school librarians throughout the state of Ohio. So many amazing leaders, so much to offer, so many powerful ideas, and always centered around learning and doing what's best for students throughout Ohio. So again, thank you to Hudson Middle School for being such an amazing place to work and just an amazing group of people that are always striving to do what's best for students. And thank you to OELMA, the board, the membership. It's just an amazing organization, and I'm proud to be a part. So thank you.
Hi, my name is Dana Wright. I am from Jonathan Alder High School in Plain City, Ohio, and the award I received was the Collaborative School Library Award. this means a lot to me, in that I feel that, along with putting books into the hands of our students, as librarians, one of our most important jobs and responsibility is to collaborate with other teachers to get to become truly an extension of the classroom, and that's always one of my goals. Um, Receiving an award like this will, I believe, help me work even harder and be even more conscientious. This award is especially special to me because I received this award on my work on with a social studies teacher that many years ago was also my student, Mrs. Christy Loy. And we did a unit, a Charles Dickens unit, in which they came to the library, they did research, and we also used sketchnoting. Over the past year, I've really gotten into using sketchnoting, which is so engaging, and just I could go on all afternoon about sketchnoting, and I won't. I also want to especially thank Susan Yetzi. For Susan has always been there and encouraged me on. So again, thanks to everyone that had any part of this. OELMA is a wonderful organization in which I'm proud to be a member. Thank you.
The OELMA Emerging Leader Award recognizes Ohio school librarians who have recently assumed a leadership role within the organization for the first time. This award honors members who demonstrate leadership potential and encourages members' active participation in OELMA. The Emerging Leader Award is being given to Wendy Baker Torrance, Library Media Specialist at Tippecanoe Middle School, Tip City Exempted Village Schools.
Hi there, my name's Wendy Torrance. I would like to say thank you, OELMA and Liz Deskins, for your nomination for the 2020 Emerging Leader Award. I was blown away by this nomination and this recognition. OELMA has a lot of fantastic leaders, and I have been blessed to work under many of them, such as Janie Cantner and Jessica Klinker and Liz Deskins and Deb Logan and Jennifer Seabauer, all in different capacities. These women have helped shape me and shown me how to be a good leader and how to be a great team player. So I think there is so much potential for librarians to get involved in OELMA. There is definitely a need out there. There are lots of positions that come open where we need a helping hand to be able to get things done, because we're all busy, right, with life and family and jobs, and those things take up a lot of our time. But if you can find a little bit of time to help out OELMA, there are definitely places where you can mesh your talents with the needs of the organization, and you'll meet some fantastic people along the way who will change you forever. Thanks, OELMA.
Our next award is the OELMA Follett School Solutions Outstanding School Librarian Award. This award recognizes an Ohio licensed school librarian who develops an exemplary school library program, collaborates with classroom teachers, implements technology-integrated instruction, and advocates for school libraries. Today's recipient is Jennifer Flaherty, Library Media Specialist, Theodore Roosevelt High School.
Hi, my name is Jen Flaherty, and I am the high school librarian at Theodore Roosevelt High School in Kent, Ohio. I am so honored to receive the 2020 OELMA Follett School Solutions Outstanding School Librarian Award. Working as a school librarian has been so rewarding, both professionally and personally. Whether it is collaborating with classroom teachers on school-wide programs, research or inquiry-based projects, helping them transition to a blended or remote learning model, or working with students to reimagine their school library and provide them with resources that represent our world, I feel very fortunate to call myself a school librarian. I mean, whose job is as diverse as ours? Cue stories about the craziest things you've seen as a school librarian. Having received my MLIS in 2007, around the same time that we started to see school library positions eliminated, the urgency of advocating for school library programs has been a continuous goal for me. As school librarians, we lift each other up and show the importance of what we all do. Thank you so much, OELMA.
The J. Allen Oakham Scholarship was established in 1985 through the philanthropy of the late J. Allen Oakham, an OELMA past president. Candidates for this OELMA scholarship must be preparing for a career as a school library media specialist. This scholarship is intended to help defray educational costs for future library media specialists. The J. Allen Oakham Scholarship is being awarded to Ashley Henry, English language arts teacher at Minford High School, who is working toward her degree at Kent State University. The Founders Scholarship, formerly the OELMA Scholarship, honors OELMA founders Maxie Lambright and Isabel Pratt for their commitment to the field of school librarianship. Candidates for this scholarship must be preparing for a career as a school library media specialist and is designed to help defray educational costs for future library media specialists. The Founders Scholarship is awarded to Ashley Henry.
Hi, my name's Ashley Henry, and I'm an English teacher at Minford High School in Scioto County. I'm this year's recipient of both the J. Allen Oakham Scholarship and the OELMA Founders Scholarship. I've been an English teacher for about 10 years. I've taught in Tennessee, Kentucky, and Ohio, but I've always dreamed of being a school librarian. I would like to reach a wider number of students each year. I'd like to focus on sharing a love of learning and a love of finding new information with my students. As I go back to school to work toward that goal, I cannot express how grateful I am to OELMA for the support in that endeavor. I hope one day to become a colleague of all of you, a fellow school librarian, and I could not do that without your help. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Drew Scott. I'm the Senior Sales Manager here at Junior Library Guild. JLG has been around since 1929, and our mission, passed down through the decades from our founding editorial board member, Eleanor Roosevelt, is to put the right book in the hands of every reader, fostering the love of reading and learning as a path to lifelong success. It is for this reason that we are so happy to partner with OELMA, and I am very honored to present this year's Floyd Dickman Programming Grant Award to Beth Mehta. In the recommendation letter for Beth, Brandi Young writes that Beth hosts family reading nights once per year, and they always have a dynamic theme. One year it was superheroes, another detectives, last year it was movies, and this year it was travel the world. Beth goes all out with classrooms to fit the theme and bring the love of reading and literacy home with fun activities and games. Community members read, prizes are given, and sometimes there's even an author or illustrator visit. Beth's events are an honor to the legacy that Mr. Dickman has created. I did not get a chance to meet Mr. Dickman, but from working with his colleagues and hearing stories about him, the depth of his dedication to literature was limitless. He helped touch so many lives by working to provide quality literature, and that is a mission that we share at JLG. Beth personifies and furthers that work, and there's no better way to honor his memory. Congratulations again, Beth, and thank you for allowing me to share in this event and share in the celebration of reading.
OELMA has chosen to honor the life and contributions of Floyd Dickman by partnering with Junior Library Guild to create the Floyd Dickman Programming Grant. This grant is awarded to one school library in Ohio each year to help fund programs that inspire children to embrace the joy that reading has to offer. Drew Scott of JLG will now introduce our award recipient.
Hi, my name is Beth Mehta, and I am a librarian in the Westerville City Schools. I service 3 libraries, and they are all very different. One, a kindergarten through 5th grade building. One is a kindergarten-only building, and the last building is 1 through 5 gifted and magnet. I'm honored to be receiving the OELMA JLG Floyd Dickman Programming Grant. I feel it is important to instill from an early age the fun and excitement that can be found in books. Lifelong love of books starts at an early age. I appreciate this grant and will use this award as a way to further this goal. Thank you.
Library Leadership Ohio has long been recognized as Ohio's premier institute for helping future leaders identify and develop their skills. The State Library of Ohio and OhioNet partnered to facilitate development of the next generation of library leaders in Ohio, and OELMA is pleased to recognize Ashley Aldrich, Library Media Specialist at Jackson High School, as the recipient of this year's OELMA Scholarship to Library Leadership Ohio 2020.
Hi, everyone. My name is Ashley Aldridge, and I am the Library and Media Specialist at Jackson High School in Jackson, Ohio. This year, I received the Library Leadership Ohio Scholarship, and even though we weren't able to meet in person, we did still do Library Leadership Ohio virtually through Zoom, and it was an amazing experience, and I really appreciate the scholarship that was able to make it possible for me to go do this. And I'm really looking forward to putting the things I learned at the conference into practice throughout the school year and in the future. So thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. And I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of conference. Thank you.
The Outstanding Administrator Award recognizes an Ohio school administrator who has made significant contributions to the planning, implementation, and/or support of school library programs, resulting in improved program quality and increased student learning. The 2020 OELMA Outstanding Administrator Award is being presented today to Ms. Monica Myers, Director of Curriculum, Instruction, and Assessment at Jackson Local School District.
Hi, I'm Monica Myers from Jackson Local Schools in Stark County, Ohio. I currently serve our district as Director of Curriculum, and I am our former high school principal. I have received the Outstanding Administrator Award, and I have to give a shout out to Christina Conti, our high school library media specialist, who nominated me for this award. This award means so much for me, but it was really out of collaboration with Ms. Conti in how to restructure our library. Too many of my peers were closing libraries or letting library media specialists retire and not replacing them, or using library techs. And I think this comes out of digital material. So do we need a brick and mortar library? We don't have many hard copy books. Most everything is online databases, electronic books, etc. And I'm very much a listener of books more than a reader of books these days, but still I have a love of books. But she came to me with a vision when I was high school principal to redesign our library. And having been a classroom teacher and now the library media specialist, she wanted to open the library as a study hall, a guided study hall for all students, eight periods a day, every day, so that new students to our district, to our high school, would always have a place to come, be welcomed, a soft place to fall as they navigated the new building, which is rather large, about 2,000 students, as well as a guided study hall for some of our at-risk students, whether it was academic, social, or emotional. And so we worked very closely with the administrative team, Ms. Conti and her team, as well as our school counselors, to provide that guided study hall. So thinking outside of the box is really what her vision was, to keep the library alive and a place where children wanted to go. And I encourage other administrators, before you consider eliminating these positions, look at it differently. How can these library media specialists work collaboratively with school administration to support all children within their buildings? So again, thank you, Christina. And also congratulations to all other recipients. Thank you so much.
As library media specialists, the highlight of our day is witnessing that spark of light we see when a student connects with a book that profoundly affects them in such a way that they become lifelong lovers of reading. Next, we will recognize two young people from across Ohio with the Read On Ohio Award. This award honors school-age children who value reading for pleasure and share the joy of reading with others. Recipients of this award must demonstrate their enthusiasm for reading and sharing books, must use books for a variety of purposes, read independently on a voluntary basis, and must regularly use the school library. Please help me celebrate this year's Read On Ohio Awards recipients.
Hello, my name is Malia. This is my sign name. And I want to say thank you so much for the certificate and the gift card. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. I just got 2 new books today from the gift card. I love werewolves. Okay, thank you so much again. Bye-bye.
Thank you for giving me this award. My name is Nicholas Sager, and I go to Tippecanoe High School, and my award was the award was the Ohio Award for Children and Teens, and this award means a lot to me, especially because I do a lot of reading, and the recognition will help me in the future in my career, especially if I do be a librarian, and that's it. Bye.
The Literacy Leader Award recognizes community members and/or community organizations for exemplary support of literacy. This year's Literacy Leader Award is being presented to CBUS libraries. In addition to receiving the Literacy Leader Award, OELMA, as an affiliate of the American Association of School Librarians, nominated CBUS libraries for an AASL Letter of Commendation that we are pleased to announce that the CBUS libraries received the 2020 commendation.
Hello everyone, my name is Brian Lohr, and along with Andrea Dixon, we co-founded CBUS Libraries as a way to share our love for libraries and librarians. Through CBUS Libraries, we've featured incredible stories of educators like you who are making a positive impact among students, families, and communities. We've also witnessed the transformative power that you have to brighten a student's day or let them know that they are not alone and they belong. We are delighted to be recognized by OELMA because you are our heroes. We see the hours you dedicate to make learning fun, interactive, and thought-provoking. With our programs like Libraries Everywhere and Books for All, we strive to do the same. In fact, we just reached a major milestone by gifting over 5,000 high-quality books to the community. Thank you, Dr. Susan Yutzi, and all of you for recognizing our work with the 2020 Literacy Leader Award. We believe deeply in the power of libraries and librarians and championing the love of reading. Thank you for believing in us.
Hi, I'm Andrea Dixon, co-founder of CBUS Libraries. I'd like to take a moment to thank Dr. Susan Yutzi for her nomination and OELMA for recognizing CBUS Libraries with the 2020 Literacy Leader Award. My friend Brian Lohr and I started CBUS Libraries in 2014 as a way to celebrate and share our love for libraries and literacy. We've had the pleasure of featuring over 40 media centers, libraries, museums, and other amazing resources on our website and through our social media. Our feature stories highlight the fantastic work and services of these institutions and what they offer to our community. We're incredibly thankful for all the librarians, educators, staff members, and friends who've shared their time and stories with us and let us explore and enthuse about it to anyone who will listen or read our website. I'd also like to take time to thank Brian for all of his effort in elevating the purpose of CBUS Libraries as a way to give back to our community and promote literacy and a love of learning and reading. It's been an absolute pleasure to be a part of and watch CBUS Libraries grow as an organization. Thank you again.
And finally, as the president of the Ohio Educational Library Media Association, it gives me great pleasure to announce the recipient of the OELMA 2020 Presidential Award. The Presidential Award honors individuals in the library field for their service to school libraries. This year, the recipient of the 2020 Presidential Award is Teresa Frederica.
So, Terry Fred, I have known you as being this amazing being for years that created in Ohio, that helped school librarians and school libraries get off the ground. You've just always been on a pedestal in my mind, for lack of better words. And then years ago when I worked for Westerville the first time around, I was at my first ever OELMA conference and did an interview with you, Melissa, Jennifer, and Gail. And so we did the interview at OELMA conference, and it wasn't too much longer after that I was offered the job. And I remember leaving the interview saying, all I talked about was screencasting. All I talked about was screencasting and technology. I'm so stupid. I'm never going to get this job. And then that's one of the things that you said you remember the most about it was screencasting. Hence why I did a lot of the screencasting for Ohio. Working for you, working with you. Probably the biggest accomplishment and joy other than Asher outside of my life. You weren't ever a boss. You were a colleague. You are a colleague. You are a friend. And you are someone that I have told people that if I could be half the leader that Terry Fred is, then I will be set for life. And everything that I do, I have tried to earn that title and my leadership. And of course, I'm always trying to be a better leader. So, with that being said, it is my honor as the current president of OELMA to give you, Terry Fred, the Presidential Award for 2020. Even before you announced your retirement, I was like, I know who this goes to. Like, I already knew. Like, last year as vice president, I was like, this goes to Terry. Like, I don't care what else happened, but it goes to Terry. Then you're like, oh, I'm retiring. I'm like, what? So it means even more because you're retiring. So I know we'll want to do pictures, but I have to flip it.
Oh my gosh.
Flip it, don't try. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna actually put it in the box the other way.
Hello, I'm Karen Gideon, Vice President of OELMA. One of the honors of being Vice President is to present our outgoing president with a commemoration of their service while in office. So, Brandi Young, you're up. Thank you for giving your time and talents to OELMA and the field of school librarianship. First as Regional Director, then as Director of Communications, and currently as President. You have left a mark on our community. Thank you for your passion and sense of humor. You have helped us through some difficult times, both personally and professionally. Thank you for running efficient meetings. The board appreciates the positivity you bring to each meeting and sticking to the agenda and occasionally ending early. Even though we still struggle with correctly following Robert's Rules of Order, each meeting shows marked improvement over the previous one. Thank you for always being easy to talk to and always offering to help out. Your caringness has lifted our hearts. Thank you for being devoted to being a better leader. You have led OELMA through one of our most challenging years. But most of all, Brandi, thank you from all of OELMA for volunteering for such an important role.
This concludes the 2020 OELMA Virtual Award Celebration. On behalf of OELMA, we wish to congratulate all of tonight's award recipients, and we thank all of you for watching the celebration and honoring the work of school library media specialists as partners in the school and wider community. Thank you. Have a good night.